Welcome to Moronic Adult Discussions, where we offer you 2 beers and 0 solutions. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Ben. I'll be your host today, and along with my co-host Hunter, we'll be talking about just whatever comes to mind. We got a goofy sensibility, and we'd like to share that all with you, so hopefully you enjoy this episode, and if you do, make sure to give us a like. It's that little thumbs up down there. We'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to hear more episodes, because we'll be here every Wednesday and Sunday with new content for you. And don't forget to share us with all your friends. Let them know about us, We're the morons, You become part of the Moroniac community. So, let's get right into it. Hunter, do you got anything for me to start off with this week? You got a punchline, you got a joke, you got something you want to spit out real quick?
Nothing that would be any good.
Well, fair enough. Let's get right into it. So, I have binged the Scream movies. Are you a Scream series fan?
Not a fan, but I'm aware.
Yeah, so, okay, well, I didn't think you liked them as far as horror.
Yeah.
I do it's probably one of my favorite horror franchises.
Okay.
So I recently decided to binge all of them because I haven't seen the newer ones.
Okay.
And, except for one. I mean, I've seen Scream 1 so many times. I didn't think, rewatching it again was going to do me any good.
I'm kind of the same way with Scream that I am with Fast and the Furious. Like, when the first ones came out, I was like, hey, these are pretty cool, yada, yada. And now they're on, number 19 or whatever, and I just don't give a shit.
They are on 7, but still, I mean, I get your point. But I binged through the whole series, and I kind of want to give, not a tier list, but, my ranking of all of them. So if you're not familiar with Scream, obviously you are, but it's about, a killer called Ghostface who is kind of clumsy, kind of lackadaisical. He's usually not a very good killer. But he always kind of kills people based on fear and sneakiness and the ability to kind of worm his way around in a situation unnoticed.
I feel like Screamface, or whatever they call him. Ghostface is, it's become, pretty iconic as far as American horror goes.
Yeah, definitely. Scream is part of the upper echelon, like Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
and
like Jason and Freddy Krueger.
Krueger. Yeah, it's definitely in that category. Or little known, well, not little known, but very, very big cult hit, Candyman.
Oh yeah.
People loved Candyman. It's good horror.
They should make a new one.
They did, and it was actually pretty good.
Oh, who was in it?
I think it was the guy's son.
No shit.
I think it was the guy's son played the Candyman
from the original.
Yeah, because I think he had passed away at that point.
Oh, okay. Rest in peace, Candyman actor.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he'd done a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. He was in some commercials too.
It's not surprising.
Either way, the Scream movie as a whole it's okay. It's good horror. It's like meta horror, right? So it's kind of like it addresses itself. By Scream 2, there's a movie about Scream 1, but from the events of Scream 1, but inside of the movie. So it's a movie within a movie.
Yeah.
So the movie inside of Scream is called Stab, which is based, and each subsequent one builds upon the meta nature of what, horror is as a franchise. I think that's why they made the killer always so shitty at it. He would trip and he would fall, which is my favorite part. It makes the killer more realistic. He's not an immortal god.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's just a guy who's a fucking amateur and just wants to murder a bunch of people.
Yeah. Yeah, psychopath.
Yeah, a psychopath, exactly. I imagine, that's would be more realistic of what would happen in a horror, if a horror was real. But here's what I really like about Scream as a franchise. It's basically a slasher whodunit. And goddamn, dude, I love a whodunit. It's like watching a detective show.
If it's done right, it can be fun.
And some of the Scream, and that brings me to, part of what's going to incorporate into my tier list, A big part of Scream is the reveal. Who's the killer? And that will dictate where my list kind of ended up, right?
Okay.
Because that's kind of the biggest part of Scream. Who did it?
You must love M. Shyamalama Ding Dong
I don't
movies.
like M. Night Shyamalan. He's very hit or miss for me.
Okay.
But Wes Craven is the shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's the Pinhead guy, right?
He did Scream. That's his franchise.
I didn't know that at all.
Wes Craven, I believe he may have done Hellraiser, Pinhead. It was Hellraiser was the movie, if I remember correctly. I'm not even a big, horror fan either, but just, I don't know. And then Scream, a lot of it is story structure. Does it make sense that this is the killer? Does any of it have any, bearing to the story? And then like probably the third most important part of any like horror movie is the kills. Were the kills creative? Were they interesting? Was it kind of like, oh shit, like you actually jumped and you got scared?
Yeah.
Which Scream isn't super known for that, but some did it better than others. I like a good jump scare. I like, shitting my pants and my heart jumping out of my chest.
I appreciate a decent jump scare, but this is, I mean, I'm sure I've talked about this before on the show too. Like there's a difference between actually being like scared or creeped out and just being startled.
Yeah, there is a big difference. And just for sakes and purposes, guys, there will be spoilers about the movies as I go over my list. And we're going to start from worst to best. Are we ready, Hunter? You think we're ready to get into it? Have I relayed enough information about the Scream franchise to keep people familiar enough? I mean, if they've been living under a rock for the last 30 fucking years.
Just look up Ghostface and Scream. I mean,
it's been out since 1996. If you haven't seen it, go do yourself a favor and watch the first Scream movie. You don't have to watch the rest of them. Watch the first one.
You've at least seen the masks or the fucking...
The Ghostface.
You've probably seen memes of it, fucking all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, the Ghostface mask. And if you've seen Scary Movie, you're familiar with the Ghostface mask because they ripped on him the whole movie. But in the Scream movies, they rip on him too. There's a lot of meta references.
I do think Scream actually broke one of the horror movie rules. You got to have the obligatory TNA.
Oh, yeah, they really didn't do that. You're right. Mm-hmm. They had very attractive women. Some of the best Scream queens.
Yep. A lot of bouncing and stuff, but nothing.
Yeah, nothing
showing.
Nothing out there and crazy. So, let's get right into it. We're going to start at the worst. And out of the 7 Scream movies, which one I viewed as the worst was Scream 4. Now, the reason I didn't like Scream 4 as much is there was a little extra gore. And I'm going to be honest, Scream isn't so much about the gore. It's about like, oh shit, that person's about to get killed.
Yeah.
It's not so much about the gratuitous violence of it, but like the first kill is a girl with her fucking intestines hanging out. Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm not
too much.
Yeah, that's too mas. You know what I'm saying? So, and the reveal at the end where like, it just didn't make any sense to me how that girl wanted to be the killer. She wanted to be the killer for fame. And that just didn't make any sense. It was a stupid storyline, and it made no sense to me, in my opinion. Now, some people really like Scream 4. I just thought that whole twist reveal, it just like with what had happened throughout the story, it made no sense.
Are there ways
that it was like Sydney's younger cousin who wanted to become famous.
So,
but the kills, some of the kills were like really lazy too. I mean, just people getting stabbed in the chest. It was just like the generic stabbing kills.
Yeah.
And there was nothing like wild or out there, which not what I'm looking for, but at least in some of the other ones, there's the garage door killing scene in the first one.
Yeah, yeah.
And that one, people remember that scene.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't forget it.
Very unlikely. Probably impossible.
Oh, it is literally impossible with the way garage doors work, but yeah. Yeah,
super entertaining.
But it was a very interesting, kill. I didn't feel Scream 4 really embraced that kind of nature of it. It was just, and the ending was just confusing. It went on too long. It Family Guy'd itself at the end.
Yeah.
And that's why I put Scream 4 at the bottom of my list.
Okay.
And so Scream 3 is going to be the next one on my list. Scream 3, I didn't enjoy it just because they kind of rewrote the first one, and I thought that was kind of dumb. It felt insulting to what the first one meant to rewrite the whole story. So basically, in the third one, the killer is Sydney's half-brother because her mom was like a whore and slept around, and she had a son before she had Sydney.
Okay.
So her son showed up, and then she slammed the door on her son, and her son decided to kill her and convince these two boys, the two killers from the first movie, Billy and Stu, to kill the mom. Because the mom was sleeping with Billy's dad. It was a whole fucking thing. So they kind of like almost retconned the first one, which I was like, fuck that. But I will say, the killer reveal was crazy to me. Even watching it so many years later, I was like, holy shit. It was like one of the first times in the Scream franchise where they made you think the killer was dead. Like He got stabbed and his dead body was laying there, but he wasn't actually dead. That's the thing. You don't know if people are dead unless you see them die. And that becomes a thing going forward in the Scream franchise. If you don't actually see them die, like, they're not dead.
Yeah, okay. It
You know what I
seems
mean?
like that's way overdone in every horror movie now. And every movie does the fucking... Sometimes after they roll credits and everything, fucking Hannah comes up out of the water or whatever the fuck. And
Oh, so they make fun of that in Scream 6, actually, which I'll get to. But Scream 3, for those reasons, although, like I said, the killer, he was genius. He was the only solo Ghostface out of all the movies. And God, he was just like, the way he went about it was smart. He literally wrote a script on how he was going to kill everybody and then proceeded to do the script. Like, everybody knew how he was...
They were making a movie?
They were making the Stab 3 movie.
Okay.
So, like, or Stab 2, I can't remember which one it was, but they were making one of the Stab movies, and he was like, he literally wrote the book.
So everybody, including all the actors, were just like,
All the
that's
actors,
just part of the...
Yeah, but
part of
then
the show.
all the actors were picked off in the way they were in the movie.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, and it was a very creative way to do it, but I just, it's one of the, this is the last stinker for, like, the Scream movies. We kind of get out of the stinker range with the next ones. But it just, like, it wasn't very creative, and it felt like Sydney's the main character, Sidney Prescott. She's, like, kind of just there, you know? It didn't feel like it was her movie. It was more like Dewey and Gail's love story, which is David Arquette and Courtney Cox's characters.
Okay.
So, anyways, let's move on. Scream 7, the most recent one. It released this year, 2026. Very recent. I gotta tell you, man, it was not... The ending was not great. The whole build-up to get there was fantastic. The story... They had Joel McHale. I don't know if you're familiar with him. I'm a big fan of his comedy.
I remember the name.
And he's very funny. He plays Sydney's, like, new husband. He's not funny in the movie. He's very serious because he's, like, a cop. But he plays his role well, and it's all about Sydney's daughter being chased by the new Ghostface. But the killer reveal made no sense. It was like her next-door neighbor who was inspired by the book she wrote from an earlier movie. And, like...
People are just really unhinged in this universe.
Yes,
apparently.
exactly. And Sydney disappeared, and then the woman went crazy, and so she convinced these people to help her kill Sydney to make Sydney's daughter the new forever girl or whatever, for Scream Queen or whatever the story. It was convoluted, and the ending kind of made it really. It ruined it for me.
Yeah.
But the lead up to it was really good. I liked the whole, like, there was a ghost face, and, like, within the first hour, like, the ghost face is chasing them out of the house, and you see he's standing in the street, and you see just a van come by and just poof.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, oh, shit, Ghostface is dead already. How are we going? What the fuck's going to go on? And then you see Sydney be like, "This was too easy," and I'm like, "Okay, we got some more."
Well, obviously,
they're
it's
acknowledging
only
them.
an hour in.
I mean, I love how they're acknowledging the meta nature of it. Like, that was too easy too. I love that part of it.
Yeah,
and there were a lot of cool, like, references to the other movies. Oh, anyways, let's move on.
I feel like Sydney's got to be the killer in one of these.
She's not. She's not been the killer in any of them.
It's crazy.
So Scream 2. Scream 2 is basically, in my mind, an homage to Jason 2. So in Scream 1, Billy is the killer, Billy Loomis. So in Scream 2, his mom is the killer. Which in Jason movies, if I remember correctly, was it Jason or was it Friday the 13th?
Same guy.
What?
Friday the 13th is Jason.
Okay, so it's Friday the Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th was the first
the second one where the mom is the killer.
The first one is the mom.
The first one is the mom.
Yeah.
I thought the second one was the mom.
No, for the second one is Jason. The first one's the mom because she was trying to protect her kid. Because
Well, either way, it's an homage to that in a way. So, like, Billy Loomis's mom is the killer in that one. It was very good. Timothy Olyphant is the other killer who's just a psycho who loves movies.
Weirdly enough, I know who Timothy Olyphant is.
He's fucking great, dude. Yeah. It was so surprising to see him in 1997. And you know the woman who played Jackie and Roseanne, like Roseanne's sister?
Yeah.
She's Billy Loomis's mom.
I remember that.
Yeah, she was good in that movie. I gotta say, that one was really good. This is where we get in, like, the primo range of Scream. Okay. Everything else up is good. So Scream 2, it kind of continued the story. Sydney's in college, blah, blah, blah. The whole thing. She got a boyfriend. You think it's the boyfriend again because he seems a little weird. Jerry O'Connell, by the way, plays the boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very. Dude, there's so many famous people throughout the Scream franchise.
A lot of people got their start through those two.
You'd be shocked. Sarah Michelle Gellar is actually in Scream 2 as well as one of her college friends.
That's the one lady.
Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I might have been thinking of a different lady. Jessica something, maybe. She was in the, Hocus Pocus movies and shit.
Oh, I don't know.
I think she did, Sex in the City and all that.
Oh, Jessica Parker?
Yeah, maybe that's right.
Yeah, Matthew Broderick's wife.
She was hot in Hocus Pocus, man.
Either way, Scream 2 is a really good movie. I'm not going to get too into it, but just the killer reveal was really good. The whole story leading up to it was really good. And the kills were actually crazy, bro. Okay. There's one where they have to climb over a passed out ghost face in a cop car, and they get past him. And they're running away, and Sydney's like, I have to know who's under the mask with her friend. So she turns around and leaves the friend in the street, and she goes back to the cop car, and Ghostface is just fucking gone. And then she turns around, and Ghostface is just stabbing the shit out of her friend. And I'm like, oh, fuck. That one made me jump when he just jumps out and just...
That sounds like it was pretty good.
It was crazy. So, let's move on. We're going to go into kind of where we're in the reboot area, because with Scream 5, they tried to do a reboot. But Scream 6 is next. Scream 6 is going to be third on my tier of Scream movies. Okay. Scream 6 was kind of a continuation of Scream 5. It had the characters come back, and it was just done in a cool way. It was a modern version of it, so they kind of added... certain things, and then there's
smartphones,
and it kind of referenced itself. So it's kind of a reference to Scream 2, because the killer from Scream 5, his dad, and his brother and sister are the killer in Scream 6. So it's kind of an homage to its own movie.
Okay.
And in Scream 6, there's this big theater, kind of making fun of ultra fans of the Scream movies. But there's this theater with all the ghost face stuff and all the people that have been killed and actual items from the killings and shit.
Okay.
And there's a whole crescendo part where they end it in that theater. But there was one scene that did kind of bother me. Ghostface starts chasing the two main girls, who are Sam and I can't remember Tara. Sam and Tara. I think that's not their real names, but their names in the movie. And so they're running, and they run into a gas station or a bodega. They're in New York. It's a little bodega. They run in, and they're like, help, this guy's trying to get us. And then Ghostface just starts stabbing everyone up in this bitch. just like a straight god murderer. That was in the first...
hilarious, dude.
This was in the first, 25, 30 minutes. So I'm like, in the first, 5 minutes, there's a completely different Ghostface. There's a guy... I don't know if the Scream movies always start with an opening kill. Always start with an opening kill. That's how it goes. So the opening kill, you see who the killer is. And I'm like, what? And then the killer gets back to his apartment and gets a call from the new Ghostface.
Is it the voice changer? Nah.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Sydney.
Don't you fucking hang up! Dude, he does that a couple... That shit always... I was like, shit. But Scream 6, it kind of opens up. The new Ghostface gets killed by the newer Ghostface.
Okay.
And, it's just it's a crazy opening fucking 30 minutes. But it has a couple interesting kills. But I gotta say, in Scream 6, there's 3 of them, right? There's 3 Ghostface. And they're probably the most inefficient killers of the entire series.
No shit.
I mean, they stab the shit out of people, but nobody's really dies.
What?
It's barely anybody dies. Maybe 2 main characters die. No, 1. 1 main character of the friend group dies. Everybody else gets stabbed and survives. So it's kind of okay, whatever. Now, let's get to the next movie. This one, fucking fantastic. Scream 5. So fucking good. It is a tribute to kind of the first movie, but with all the twists that you want, right? So in the opening scene... The kill scene, the girl getting stabbed, she fucking survives.
Okay.
And the whole movie is about getting her sister back into town, and the sister is the daughter of Billy, who's the killer from the first movie.
Okay.
And they're trying to kill her and her sister.
So wait a minute. If her dad's the killer, the Billy from the first movie, that means he had a kid when he was like 18?
17, 18, yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. But he was like a psycho, so...
So she's like our age now?
She would have been, yeah, exactly. Exactly that. I mean, 96, not a lot old or younger than us. Either way, Scream 5 is so good. That opening scene just throws you. And then, of course, it's known for killing one of the legacy characters. Dewey gets killed in that movie.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, which was devastating. It was really hard to watch. And then the Ghostface kills him, and it's like, it's been an honor, and then walks off. Like, it was so weird. It was like a weird way to phrase it, but once you get to the killer reveal, it makes sense. It was the boyfriend. It was the Sam girl's boyfriend who came back with her, and one of like the sister Tara's friends in her friend group, which is always kind of the reveal. But it was really good movie. It took basically all the things that you expected it to be, reinforced them, but subverted your expectations at the same time.
Okay.
Classic. I mean, if we're talking Scream movies, it's literally the second best one in my opinion. It was so good. It was unbelievable, and it's not even like a recency bias thing. It was just so goddamn good.
Yeah. I think I know what your favorite one's going to be.
Yeah, well, obviously, number one has got to be the original. I mean, you cannot top the original. It's not only is it good like horror, it's just a good movie. Mm-hmm. Just like in general, it should be in the lexicon of like movies that get saved like for time. Like there's a big
there's a time capsule.
Well, like the U.S. has like a arts bank where we keep a bunch of like films, pieces of art, all sorts of like rare things that we don't want to get destroyed over time, and we keep them in this like ridiculously safe vault that has I don't know, it's like I don't know how to explain it.
Just like national treasures of culture, basically.
Basically, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Scream should be among that because it might
be. You never know.
It's an absolute classic. You know, we got the two killers, Billy and Stu, who kind of started it all. One of them played by Shaggy a couple years later. Shocking to me. Stu Macher, the second killer, because there's Billy Loomis and Stu Macher, the two killers. The guy who plays Stu is Matthew Lillard, who played Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies a couple years later, which is absolutely wild to me.
I liked him in SLC Punk.
SLC Punk, another one. I actually referenced that when I was trying to tell my wife about it. But yeah, that movie, it just is the perfect reveal. It's crazy. There's full of moments of suspense and tension, and you know, a lot of people get killed, but some of the characters survive. And
see, that's what I like about... I'm not a huge fan of horror, like, in general. But there's a few that I appreciate. And when you can actually genuinely build some suspense and there's like a good chase and shit like that, I like shit like that.
Yeah, it makes you when you're nervous for the main characters. Yeah. I think that's a good indication of like, oh shit, like I actually like this movie. The best part, you know, and I that's my tier list, guys. So we got Scream, just to reiterate, top to worst. Scream is number 1. Scream 5, Scream 6, Scream 2, Scream 7, Scream 3, and Scream 4. That's how I feel about it. But I think the best part of those movies is the meta references to itself, like the over-obsessive fan. Like in Scream 5, the killer is like an over-obsessed fan of the Stab movies within the meta universe of Scream. So it's like it's almost like they're ripping on their own fans. I mean, I'm not a mega fan by any means. I just like, you know, I like a good movie.
Yeah.
And I'll watch just about anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Dude, there was a time when I would just put on, because you can get like free movies and shit on YouTube, or there would be free movies that would just come on cable or whatever.
That's how I watch They Live. It's free on YouTube.
Exactly, me too. So like, I think I caught that on cable, but no, I was the dude, like, I would just see some random ass movie playing or coming on, and I'd just watch it. I'm willing to be bored for a half an hour to see if I like it or not.
Breakfast Club. That's why I watched that movie the first time. I
don't remember how I saw the Breakfast Club.
Dude, they used to, like, I used to drink on the weekends, and every Saturday or Sunday morning, they would fucking show the Breakfast Club, and I'd be too fucking hungover to change it or find the remote. Be like, guess I'm watching the fucking Breakfast Club now.
That's not horrible? It's a good
It
movie.
is. I hated that movie.
I love Breakfast Club.
I do not like it.
Don't you forget about me.
I really don't like that movie, man. Man, I can't believe I sat here and talked about Scream for a almost fucking whole episode, bro.
Yeah, can't believe this rain's this fucking loud.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive. Hopefully you guys can hear us. If not,
No, I'm sure they can hear us. We're
yeah,
picking
whatever,
up
whatever.
quite a bit.
It's a fucking might just be a dead episode. You get the rain sounds in the background. I hope you fall asleep.
It's ambience.
Ambiance.
Ambiance.
Well, now that I've given my list and done all that, do you have anything you want to say for this episode? You got a few minutes.
Well, like I said before, I'm not a huge fan of horror in general, but yeah, I mean, I did like the first Scream. I do like the shit that Rob Zombie does, like his Devil's Rejects. And,
House of a Thousand Corpses is a really
Yeah.
good. See, those movies are so like it's hard to call them horror. They're just
kind of like thriller,
macabre,
or
weird,
maybe macabre.
like
But like the one I can't remember, I don't know if it's right or not, but Violator or some shit like that. It's like a clown guy.
oh, talking about the bad guy from Spawn.
No, oh yeah, no, that was his name, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was called the Violator.
Well, there's like a few different movies, like a series of like 2 or 3 movies, maybe more, of like, they're new, and it's called The Violator or the fucking...
Well, while you're looking that up, there's some of these movies in the Scream tier list that you could probably like skip almost altogether because they don't really add anything to the overall arcing story. But it's weird. They try to create like a story over the course of 7 movies with sometimes the actors won't come back or get fired in the case of some of the more recent ones. Did you find out what the name of it was?
Yeah, Terrifier.
Terrifier. Well, that's a little bit different than the Violator.
So like, it starts out, it's kind of fun, but then he starts...
One's a scary guy and one's a butt fucker.
Yeah. Oh god, it's 2 people and me. I'm kind of scary and I like to butt fuck people. Anyway, yeah, no, Terrifier, man. Like, it starts off kind of fun. It's
Terrifying.
It's a little cheesy, very low budget, and then they start killing people, and you find out where they spent all their money.
Is that one with Army Hammer? Is that new one?
I don't know.
There's this new Soldier of Fortune. I can't
barely
remember.
got a half hour in. Because, like, he starts killing people, and you realize where they spent all their money. It was the gallons of blood.
Oh, so, yeah.
And it
yeah,
was just
I hate that shit.
so fucking retarded, dude. I hate that. When they know they don't have a good story or a character or anything, they just go for gore.
Did you see they made a Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
Yeah, I'm not even going to watch it.
I tried watching it. It was so goddamn boring. I just couldn't do it. Some of these, like, IPs that are open for availability now that people just can do whatever with, it's absolutely wild.
Mm-hmm. They did one with Snow White, too, didn't they?
I don't know. I don't
A
think
horror
so.
movie with Snow White.
They possibly did. I don't know. Beauty and the Beast is the real horror.
But even though I'm not a huge fan of horror in general, I do have a favorite, and that's the Halloween movies. Both the old ones and the new ones. I just kind of... Michael Myers is just kind of that classic serial killer, character that... the fast walk. You never see him run, but he's always seems to be fucking a few feet behind.
Yeah,
you.
like a brisk walk, like a power walker.
Exactly, like the pissed off dad walk is basically as fast as he'll get. But I mean, I've always kind of, because I never really believed in monsters and whatever shit like that. But some crazy guy could fucking get into your house and kill you, and that always kind of scared the shit out of me. An episode of Moronic Adult Discussions that'll make you scream. Ben, anything else to add?
Yeah, man. You remember that one Reddit we came across where they'd add "in my ass" to movies?
Yes.
I think "Scream in my ass" is one of my favorite ones.
That was a really good one.
And "Everything Everywhere All at Once in My Ass" was also a very good one. If you guys haven't seen it, check out the Reddit page. This isn't really so much of a joke or an ending. I really just go check out that Reddit page. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
There will be blood in my ass.
Yes, and also just a fun game to play with you and your friends.
Just add "in my ass" to the name of movie titles, and you'll have a good time.
Enjoy the hilarity.
I've hurt myself laughing from that.
Ben pulled his coccyx. Anyway, I'm Hunter. This is Moronic Adult Discussions. Be sure to catch all of our new episodes every Sunday and Wednesday. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and catch us next time.